Allure Gripstrip flooring couldn't be easier to install. Each free-floating plank and tile secures to the next without the need of an underlayment or messy glue.
These are the materials you'll need to get started. The first thing you should do is lay out your unopened boxes of planks in the room at least 2 days before you start, so they can acclimate to the temperature and humidity. Allure can be installed over most existing floors, but make sure your subfloor is smooth, flat, dry, clean, and solid. Remove any carpet staples or adhesive residue. Check for moisture, fill any large holes, and ensure screws are countersunk. Sand down any uneven spots over 5 millimeters. If you're replacing a vinyl floor installed prior to 1990, consult a professional beforehand. Before you start, you'll need to figure out how the entire floor will lay out in order to ensure the tiles on either side of the room are similar in size. Our full-length project guide will walk you through this simple process. Starting from a corner, install the first row of the under edge facing away from the wall, allowing a gap of at least 1/8 of an inch for expansion, which should be covered by molding. Trim off the long side over edge facing the wall. Be sure to get the entire length of the first row as well as the over edge on the short side of the first plank. When connecting two planks, angle the second plank into the corresponding edge at a 45-degree angle. The over edge always goes on the top of the under edge. Starting at one end of the plank, use one hand to hold the plank and the other to roll the edge into place. Once proper fit is determined, use a hand roller directly on the joint seam and exert as much pressure as possible to bond the seam with no visible gaps between planks. If your seam isn't tight prior to hand rolling, slowly lift the top plank away and reattach correctly. Start the second row with a plank cut about 2/3 length. To cut a plank, simply measure, mark, score, and snap. The over edge butts up to the first row. Again, get one corner of the plank started tightly against the other and roll the plank tightly into place on a 45-degree angle. You'll also want to stagger the seams or end joints at least 6 inches apart for a more natural looking appearance. After installation is completed, we recommend rolling the seams with a floor roller in both directions to ensure bonding of both adhesive edges. You can rent a floor roller from your local Home Depot tool rental center. Once all the flooring has been installed, finish up by installing matching thresholds and quarter-round molding to the walls using finishing nails.